Welcome to this week's edition of Pastor Kumuyi's explanation. As you watch and listen, you'll be blessed in Jesus' name.
See what they were thinking. Number one is a single sin. And so, only one sin will not matter at all. And then, it was a sweet sin. Take it. You will enjoy it. And they thought, and then Eve shared with Adam. It was a shared sin. They shared it together. And then they said, this couldn't be very serious. It's a small sin. And because they thought like that, that's why they went into what they went into. It's small, it's small. And then it's secret. Nobody will know this. It's just between you and I. And we do this and everything will be all right. It was a suggested sin. Satan suggested it, and the serpent suggested it and said, why don't you take it? And it's not going to matter at all. In fact, you're going to be more civilized. Your eyes will open. You'll be wise and you'll know good from evil. It's going to be a better thing for you. Satan suggested it. And then there are people today, they're committing similar sins. Satan suggesting to them, sinners suggesting to them, their neighbors suggesting to them, and they go into similar sin. What was the result? Single sin became a disconnecting sin. That single sin reaching out and taking that fruit that the Lord has said thou shalt not take, that single sin became a disconnecting sin. You know, when people do that today and they say, it's only one sin, I'm going to do this and no more, that single sin will disconnect them from God. Number two, sweet sin, that they said, this is sweet. That's what Samson was thinking about. When he did what he did, this is sweet. Daddy said, have you not found another woman in the land of Israel that you are going to this Philistine? Leave me alone. She pleases me well. This is sweet. And many times when people commit that today and they do something that appears sweet to them, sweet sin became disempowering sin. It disempowered Adam and Eve, and today it disempowers everyone. If you are secretly committing sin, you say it's only a single sin, it will disconnect you from God. And you are saying it is sweet sin, I love it, I like it, I enjoy it. Who will take this away from my hand? That sweet sin will become a disempowering sin in your life. A shared sin. Adam and Eve sharing it together, and many people, men and women sharing it together, boys and girls sharing it together. Give me part of it and I will take part of it. Shared sin becomes a deadly sin. In the day that you eat of that fruit, thou shalt surely die. And it became a deadly sin to them. That's why sin is evil. And that's why sin is not something you should delve into. And if you are there already, that's what brought the disconnection. And that's what brought disempowerment in your life. And today the Lord, as you make the reconnection, is going to take all the consequences of those sins away from your life in Jesus' name. The small sin. That's what I hear people saying. They say, this is small, this is small. I'm not going to commit murder. I'm not going to commit, highway robbery. I'm not going to commit, this great big sin. All I want to do is have this small sin. But you understand, Adam and Eve, you know what brought all that tragedy on them? What brought all the danger, devastation on them? You know what brought all the destruction on them? The small sin became dispossessing sin. It dispossessed them from the Garden of Eden and from all the good things the Lord had promised them and provided for them, and the supporting power and the sustaining power and the dominion they ought to have. They were dispossessed of them because the small sin became a dispossessing sin. Maybe you have some good things in your life, some good things going on for you, and when you are going with God, and when you love God, and when you're serving God, and when you say no to every temptation, and you say no to every sin. But as you come into a life of sinning, a life of disobedience, a life of rebellion, the life of the world, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. As you go into that and you do what the worldly people are doing, the small sin, a little thing here, a little thing there, because it dispossesses sin in your life. And the peace you enjoyed in the past, and the goodness you enjoyed in the past, and the favor of God you enjoyed in the past, and the presence of God you enjoyed in the past, all that now is gone. You are dispossessed of them. But thank God for another chance tonight. Somebody there is saying, thank God for another chance tonight. Because what we are dispossessed of in our disconnection, as we are reconnected with the Lord himself will bring all that you have lost, bring it back to your life in Jesus' name. You know, for Eve, it was a secret sin. And the serpent said, it's between you and I here. Even Adam is not overseeing you now. Why don't you do that thing and prove what I'm trying to tell you? And then she went into that secret sin. It became a damning sin. The things that people do in the secret, committing sin in the secret. God is everywhere, and he knows everyone, and he sees the heart of everyone, and he sees the actions of everyone. And that secret sin then damns the soul, that they are not able to be with the Lord. And the Lord signified that in driving them out of the Garden of Eden. But reconnection is possible today, for you, for me, for everyone. As you come to the Lord, and you're not giving excuse like Adam and Eve gave excuse, and you said, yes, it was secret, but God knew it all. It was a damning sin, and the Lord will forgive, and the Lord will pardon. He'll take the damnation away, and forever you will ever be with the Lord in Jesus' name. It was a suggested sin. If you're a Christian already, you're born again already, and you have made your commitment to the Lord, your consecration to the Lord, that in the day and in the night I will live for the glory of God. In the day, in the night, wherever I am, my hands, my feet, my mouth, my eyes, my ears, my thoughts, my brain, everything I have will be to the glory of God. That's the commitment, consecration you made. But now his suggestion is coming from a child of perdition, from a son of Satan, from the serpent who was working for Satan, and he's suggesting, why don't you do it? There'll be nothing to it. It will make you better. It will make you richer. It will make you this and that. When you follow a suggested sin like that, it becomes a domineering sin. It will have domination upon your life. It will have such authority, and to now shake it off, it will be difficult. You can invite sin with one finger. The 10 fingers will not be able to push them away, because that suggested sin becomes a domineering sin. That's why the person in Romans chapter 7 cried out, and he said, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body of death," from this domineering sin? The things I don't want to do, that's what I do. And the things I want to do, that's what I'm not able to do. And he said, if I do that which I don't want to do, and I cannot do that which I ought to do, it is no more I, but sin that dwells dwelleth in me. It became a domineering sin. And the people who commit similar sins today, that they know the way of truth, they know the path of righteousness, and then the serpent comes, or the devil comes, or the neighbors come, or backsliders come, and they try to convince them. Why do you think that is wrong? Why do you think we shouldn't do that? I've been doing it, and you know, everything appears all right. That's a liar. If you are sinning against God, everything is not all right. And you know that, and Satan knows that, and God knows that. He says, I've been doing it, and everything is all right. And then, like the serpent beguiled Eve, and like Eve deceived and gave it to Adam, you now commit a similar sin. It becomes a disinheriting sin, that the Lord will say, I disown them, I disinherit them. I thought I'll take them, the children of Israel, out into the land of Canaan before, but now that they're far away from me, because their similar sin became a disinheriting sin. But thank God tonight there is solution. I say thank God tonight there is solution. If you will take the solution, that solution will come to you tonight in Jesus' name.
I believe you have been blessed from this explanation. Please share with others and watch out same time next week for another edition of Pastor Kumuyi's explanation. You are blessed in Jesus' name.